What's going on, jams and jammets? It's FireMonkey here, and I just recorded today's entire video just for it to crash at the very end into like 9 minutes into the video, so that was a disappointment. But I kind of figured out why the YouTube series, or I guess, the videos on this channel have been crashing recently, and it's because of Lumen, the thing that gives you like those very, high detailed lighting effects and shadows and all that stuff. That has been causing some very weird issues with OBS where it randomly just will crash my recording, but of course that's a topic for another time. So if you see me using lower graphic settings than normal in Fortnite while still using some pretty HD ones, it's just because I'm trying to prevent everything from crashing and ruining the video. But with that said, in today's YouTube video, we'll be talking about an upcoming collaboration between Fortnite and Doctor Who, including a leaked screenshot of the event menu. Now, when it comes to this collaboration, I do want to mention right away that all the information we talk about is basically insider info territory, and since it's not something that we can view in the files right now, of course, with anything that even is in the files, I want to mention that things can change over time, things can get scrapped or canceled, so there's a chance that any of the information I share with you guys today ends up becoming different, gets twisted around in a different way, scrapped, canceled, whatever else. And we've seen this in the past, especially if you guys remember the Extraction collaboration where we're supposed to get a skin in the game. We got the mesh of that skin around the same time we got the whole entire the Fortnite X the Dude collaboration from Free Guy, but we never ended up getting the Extraction skin because it was just like a mistake that they accidentally even showed us the scrapped version in the files. So this could be a situation like that where in the future, Epic Games just decides, what, we're not going to end up going through with this, even though we kind of, brainstorm some ideas or whatever else. So, even though the information I'm going to show you guys has a lot of validity to it right now, I, of course, as always, even with like the Dead Space and Kid Leroy collaborations we talked about before, want you guys to always stay skeptical and keep in mind that the information I'm sharing with you might not arrive for a very long time, because since this is related to Doctor Who's 60th anniversary, there's a chance that we don't see anything I talk about until around November, because that is when Doctor Who's 60th anniversary actually takes place. But with that said, let me go ahead and start off by showing this image on screen of a 2-week-long collaboration. Now, you can see that it is using an event tab, and below my actual face here, if we move it over, you can see that the event name is Unit TARDIS Alert. However, another code name I've heard for this event is Unit Red Alert, or Unit Code Red. It was one of those two things. I think Code Red was right, but I actually can't remember off the top of my head based on all the information, because let's just face it, there's been a lot to talk about. But when it comes to this actual collaboration, it's set to be a 2-week-long live event that will have that in-game event tab similar to how we've seen it with like the Most Wanted event or the Dragon Ball event. And one of the reasons why this, really struck out to me when I heard about all this information is because in the image, if you look all the way over there on the side, all the way at the very end there next to the V-Bucks logo and everything else, there is a garage debug tab. And if you guys recall previous YouTube videos, I talked about a mode called Delmar, which also has some creative, or I guess not creative, but some codename modes such as Easy Rider and Death Race, and how that has been worked on for a while. And thanks to G-Matrix Games, we knew that there was going to be a vehicle customization system with a whole entire garage in your main lobby and everything else. So seeing that there's this whole entire leak regarding an upcoming, Doctor Who collaboration in Fortnite, and seeing the actual image including a garage debug tab that has been leaked by us very, very recently, it really matches up to all the information we've shared, right? It just is so suspicious to me that all this stuff has happened, and then right when we do see one of these, leaks or whatever, we end up seeing that garage tab as well, which we have been, keeping an eye on because of the fact that it's been a very important thing to see, especially since Epic Games has been doing things like updating the Rocket League stuff to have a new Rocket League rarity, potentially for this vehicle customization mode or whatever it is you want to know, whatever you want to call it, and we'll be talking about that in a future video, but it's all just been super suspicious to me. Now, of course, this isn't just going to be an event collaboration with a mini battle pass that you'll be able to do for free in order to gain some free rewards, or you can purchase all the tiers right away, but instead this will also feature item shop cosmetics and a free spray by going to a creative map. The cosmetics, while we don't know what they actually are, include 2 skins, 2 pickaxes, 1 glider, and 1 emote. Most likely sold in different bundles or sold, separately, whatever else they do, but there's been no mention of actual back blings, but of course, whenever it comes to collaborations like this, we most likely will see back blings as well. But in terms of the actual free reward you'll be able to get, aside from, the mini event pass or whatever else, there is set to be a free Beep the Meep spray earnable in-game by going to some sort of experience a part of this collaboration, which when we look back at that image here, there is that Start Adventure button, which makes me think that most likely some of these challenges or whatever will relate to a creative island relating to Doctor Who's 60th anniversary. And when you go there, similar to the previous Doctor Who event, which we actually gave you a spray, this TARDIS spray right here you can see, which is no longer earnable. I'm sorry if you're a Doctor Who fan who missed out on that, but it'll most likely be another system like that where you have to do some challenges in game to get a redeemable code that can be used by anyone within a certain amount of time in order to get a spray called Beep the Meep. Now, regarding what Beep the Meep is, it's actually this character right here from the Doctor Who universe, who originally has only appeared in the comics as far as I'm aware. Now, I'm not the biggest Doctor Who, like fan or anything. I think Doctor Who's interesting, but when it comes to my knowledge about Doctor Who, it's basically just whenever I'd visit my grandma when I was younger, occasionally Doctor Who would be on the TV, so, I've seen like an episode here or there, so who knows, I know a few of the Doctors, like, like 10th Doctor or whatever else like that, but I'm not the biggest knower of knowledge about this. But based on the research I've done, the reason why this comic book character of Doctor Who, Beep the Meep, is going to be that free spray is because since this is hyping up the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, and since Beep the Meep is supposed to make an appearance in the TV show for the 60th anniversary, it's kind of one of those things that are like, hey, this is a way to not only promote the 60th anniversary, but also promote this character who, has been known for a while, but is making their first appearance or whatever in the actual animated TV show form. Now, I say animated just because, CGI type stuff, but of course I don't mean animated as in like anime or cartoons or anything, but it is just kind of, that significance, and it does match up more to why this would be something planned for November, which is when the 60th anniversary takes place, which also, I don't know if I mentioned or not yet, considering the fact that this is like my second or third time recording this video, but if any of this actually happens, it's supposed to be planned for the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, which takes place in November, so we could be waiting a very long time before we even see this in the game, and I assume a lot of information is going to change between then and now when it comes to, what the free rewards are going to be, what information is actually available to us regarding this collaboration, if we figure out what the skins are or anything. So of course, make sure to stay subscribed to this channel to keep up to date with anything relating to the Doctor Who collaboration. But as a little bit of a bonus topic for the end of this video, I do want to talk about a scrapped Fall Guys collaboration that actually got leaked via this whole entire Doctor Who x Fortnite leak situation, and that is called the 0 Point event for Fall Guys. Let me quickly just, focus on these bots real quick and take a moment, take a deep breath here. But yeah, it's an actual 0 Point collaboration that was planned for Fall Guys and Fortnite, where collaboration characters such as from Doctor Who would come out of the 0 Point into both games at the same time, and we might actually have seen a little bit of resemblance in the Doctor Who collaboration once that actually released in Fall Guys around 5 months ago, with this promo image on screen. The reason why is because apparently in the mentions of everything, regarding the 0 Point collaboration, they decided that they weren't going to redesign the background or anything for the Doctor Who part that went into Fall Guys, so people are thinking that based on this information, everything that's came out, that what's behind the 3 Doctor Who characters here is actually the 0 Point, and it makes sense because it would make sense for, if this was supposed to be a collaboration for both games, for the 0 Point to kind of rift in characters from Fortnite into Fall Guys, rift in Fall Guys stuff into Fortnite, and then rift in collaborations into both games, because the 0 Point is kind of, that way into other worlds. But of course, it appears that the 0 Point collaboration has been scrapped, which sucks, because if you guys have been keeping up to date with all the leaks and stuff on this channel, we talked about previously how, Epic Games had Fortnite themed skins planned for Fall Guys, and how we had like a whole entire website event planned, which wasn't that like crowned event we had before for the, the major man cake skin or whatever, but it was completely unrelated to that, and it just sucks to see how it's kind of just vanished over time or got scrapped for one reason or another. But it's nice to see that, all this information got brought up now, so that we kind of have more room to talk about, just not just, the whole entire Doctor Who situation, but also on top of that, other games that Epic Games own, such as Rocket League or Fall Guys, getting collaborations that might have originally intended to be in all 2, or, all 3 or all 2 games, because of the fact that Fortnite also owns Rocket League, Fortnite owns Fall Guys, so they could have done cross promotions in a way where it's like, this collaboration that happened in, for example, Fall Guys was planned to happen also in Rocket League, or this collab that happened in Rocket League was planned to happen in Fall Guys on Fortnite, or something in between. But of course, that's just a nice little area to speculate, so I would love to hear in the comments down below, what do you think about all this information, and are you excited for a potential Doctor Who x Fortnite collaboration all the way out there in November? I'm personally excited, and I think it's just super cool to hear about all this information that's coming out as time goes on, and of course, as time continues to go on, we'll hear more and more information regarding what cosmetics might be a part of this, what's going on behind the scenes regarding this whole collaboration, if it gets canceled or anything like that. So make sure to subscribe to stay in the loop with everything Fortnite. My name's FireMonkey, and I'll see you champs and champions tomorrow with another video. Peace out.